how much cash is in here. If anyone guesses it right by the end of the show, right on. I'll spend this tomorrow. I'll buy something. You get to pick what I spend this on, and I have to eat it. But it's got to be tasty and no meat, and it has to be healthy. Probably fruit. We'll probably pick some kind of fruit. On a live stream. Oh yeah. I don't think we'll be going live on this channel, but you can check me out on my main channel, Mr. Wins. I'm a legend over there. It's still at Hash Info. It's my main channel. Like it's my Hash Info channel. But with all the bitches and losers on YouTube, I had to go through like 7 changes on my channel. You know what I mean? Fucking trolls, complete bitches and losers, and just a lot of stuff went down. But you know, I'm really happy because at least I understand the fate of the human world right now. You know what I mean? If you think people are outside, you know, if you walk outside your door and you're like, oh, I'm gonna understand people today. I'm gonna scope out civilization and get to know people. You don't get to know people until you see people behind a computer screen and you can't tell who's who. But I might be able to tell who's who, and I'm not telling you how. But that happened. And now it's 2026, and all you losers, I can literally name you. I wouldn't. But I would. You know what I mean? But I wouldn't. But I would. But I won't. But I would. You know what I mean? Everything on this show is fictional. Don't take it too seriously. And if you do, that just shows the state of your IQ. Very low. Low. How low can you go? If you head up YouTube, you can find out just how low an IQ can go. TikTok, anyway, it's way worse on TikTok. Look how many users are on YouTube. 2 billion users. It's sad. It is sad. And it's not that you're creating, you're trolling. There's the 99.9% of you troll. You know what I mean? Sad sacks. Oh shit. It's called deflecting. We'll have a talk on deflecting on my main channel later. When you realize why people are so ignorant, so hate-filled towards other people in the room. You know what I mean? They just, someone walks in and instantly, oh my god, are you fat? You know what I mean? That type of thing, I don't handle that very well. For those people who focus more on outside appearance than dealing with who you are internally, inside, which if you have kids, you will pass on those characteristics to your kids. Now my dad, he was a horrible person. Horrible. But I'm admittant of what he did, right? 99.9% of you won't say the horrors that you've seen your fathers do. My dad beat my mom, me, and many others. Real bad. And he cheated on my mom. And far worse than that too. Things I can't even mention. But just imagine a world with him in it right now. You know what I mean? Sad sack of a world. And these people are everywhere, just so you know, these people are everywhere. I just realized I may have used a can of spoiled soup. When I mean spoiled, it was like a month off, but still, oh, damn it! No, I didn't. Thank the gods. So 2027, March 11th, and 2026, December 6th. Yes! Yes! I threw it out the other day. So glad I did that. It was 2025, and I'm like, God. But I threw the can out. I was like, why is this in my cupboard? I'm very good at getting rid of stuff now. It's gone. You know what I mean? And trust me, I would have thrown out both things of soup real quick. What's up, Jewel? How you doing? I've never seen you before. Oh, let's see what's really going on here today. I'm going to chop up some onion, jalapenos, some other things. We gotta do the tortillas, and then we're doing some other stuff. So tune in. I kind of forget how to make the dish, but it's gotta be pretty simple, isn't it? I haven't made it for a while. We'll see what we can do here. Yeah, I've just done some wicked streams on my main channel, Mr. Wins. If you haven't been over there for a long time, you're missing out. Like, wicked bad missing out. So check it out. We're gonna. Oh, I need a pan. That's what I need. Do I have a big glass pan, or is it? Did we take it somewhere? Oh, as I looked yesterday and today, I couldn't see it, and now I've forgotten, and I need a pan. Well, I can start chopping onions. I washed my cutting board, so we're good to go. You guys guess how much cash is in that bag? Well, I chop onions and other things here. Well, that's just for me then, if you don't want any. What is there any more? I'm hungry and I need that much for myself. So where's another one? Like, is it in the fridge up here? I don't remember seeing it anywhere here. That's why I was like, did we take it somewhere? But I can't make it in that. All right, let's see what we got here. Pulled 666 concurrent viewers on my new my channel. This is 2 days ago. Just do mine separately. Okay. All right, got 2 here. Pyrex good. Pyrex good. We can cook in both of these. Let's rinse that one out. Wash this one too. All right, wash these both. Kind of greasy. Stuff on the side. Alright, we'll get these things washed and then we'll start the meal. Let them soak for a minute while I chop the onions. And this is done. Now I just gotta chop the onion. And then I can start, and I gotta whisk this. I should ask for a whisk. It's okay. I should have all the cooking utensils up here. I have no clue why they're in the basement. I've asked for them hundreds of times to be in the kitchen. I'm tired. Just tired. There should be 0 cooking utensils in the basement. Like, I don't even, like, is there someone cooking that I don't know about while I'm sleeping or something? No. That's why my legs look so great. I'm actually in really, really good shape because my cardio. So I have an excellent heart. I can outwalk hundreds of people in a row. Like, you're too tired, then the next person tags in with fresh legs and starts from where we are. You don't have a chance. Like, I'm Viking. I walk for like half hour with anybody. They're like, oh, I'm tired because I walk really fast, eh? And if we go for a bike ride, you don't ever have a chance of keeping up with me on a bike. I'll get some distances. I want legitimate distances because I know times, but I don't know the markers between. But we used to ride bikes at 4 a.m. down the highway for an hour and a half to 2 hours down gravel roads. Might have gone to farmers' fields. I don't know why. What's my name? What's really going on? When I was 13. How you doing? And I come home like just stuff like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, just like it's my whole black sweatpants, my sweater, everything. I had 2 IGA bags full. How are you doing? What's my name? 1993, baby. Where were you? And that kind of petered off. But let me say, anyway, if you're mouthy, if you're real lippy, if you beat your wife, I take your whole crop every time. And there's not a damn thing you can do about it. I'm a fucking legend. Wait till you read my book. And I mean, if you think this is the real deal, man. This is the real deal. This ain't no, one time I did this, duh. No, man. Did it for like 6 years straight, bud. And we weren't riding BMXs when I was... This was when I was 13, bud. The other two dudes were 50. Legends. That's what I mean, though. Everybody's a big talker. You know, most people, all they ever done jobs is babysit somebody, you know what I mean? If your biggest job or life, you know, goal you reach is babysitting, man, you failed in life. That's all I gotta say there. So these are washed. I've had cooking jobs, I've had sous chef job. People thought I was a sous chef, like on my way to my Red Seal. I wasn't even 19. And I'm like, and they're like, so you know how to make beef Wellington, right? And I'm like, oh yeah. I'm like, what? I'm like, no. He's like, what do you mean? And he's like, this guy got really mad. He's like, I'm paying you a certain type of way. And I'm like, what? And all these other ladies were like twice my age and they were my prep cooks. And I'm like, what the hell's going on here? And I had just recently quit from this other restaurant. I can't say where. It's a very, very high profile, very, very high profile restaurant back in the 90s. You guys don't like... The type of people that own this restaurant were multi, like they had hundreds of millions of dollars. It was a whole hotel on a beach, and you guys, you don't need to know any more than that. This is a real story. And this was a brand new, this was like the highest level of cuisine possible within Manitoba without like, you know, entering the top 2 restaurants. And this was a long time ago, but this happened. And so I'm like, what the hell? So I worked there for years. And 93, 94, 95. And then I think 96, I was 16 or 17 when I worked at this other place. But then I went back to that other job for like 6 weeks or something. I saw this chef take this guy across the entire, like this was a huge kitchen. Every other kitchen I've ever been in was been medium sized, like maybe 1,000 square feet or 800 square feet. This was like a 2,000 or 1,800 square foot kitchen. Really, really big ass kitchen. Like 40 people worked in this kitchen on busy days. Maybe like 10 or 20 servers coming in and out, but 5 dishwashers, 7 line cooks, 6 and 8 prep cooks at all times on busy nights. And then 20 servers coming through those doors every second. Wanting, you know, it just went on forever. And a soup pot so big 2 people could sleep in there. You guys never seen stuff like this before, okay? And I worked on a line. I was cooking T-bone steaks, prime ribs when I was in 94 and 95. When people called in sick, they pulled me up to the line. Sauteing mushrooms and onions and we do everything. Freaking lobsters, everything. You name it. Any kind of shrimp. I used to make homemade jalapeno poppers. These things were like this big. They were this big. We used the big poppers. Oh man, there's nothing ever. For my birthday, the chefs there, they were legit chefs that went to University of Manitoba, got their degrees, my best friends, and they worked there for 10 years, okay? I was a seasonal. They were full-time for the whole year. And they said, like, the only way I'm going to stay this is if Sean comes back, because this is what we did. We hung together. Everything we did. We banged the same waitresses together. You know what I mean? We did everything. But this went on for years. And I learned a lot of skills at a very, very young age. I also liked carpentry and anything DIY, painting, everything. I did it all. Roofs, doors, insulation. Sorry, when I say roofs, not roofing, like rafters and stuff. Like we put, like, literally helped my buddy put his garage together when I was 15, and I didn't know what I was doing, but he said I was a huge help, and I stayed for I was there every day, 10 hours a day, and it took 4 days, and we got the whole thing on. They did the shingles in like half a day, and I was carrying shingles up the ladder and stuff like that, and just, if they needed something, I was the scooter guy. I was 15, you know what I mean? You guys, you got to get to my level first. You got to be a scooter. Now how old are you? You haven't even been a fucking scooter yet. Fuck. You're so far behind, you don't even know. Where I grew up, they didn't like people that cried all the time. You got called out as a crybaby. You got called out as a crybaby. So the first thing I learned was not to cry over pain, spilled milk, or anything around dudes, right? You couldn't cry, right? I was very emotional with, and I didn't take shit when it came to people who beat their wives or girlfriends. I lose it on you real quick, like. And you don't have to believe me. I beat up a lot of bad dudes in my day. A lot of bad dudes got a whooping from a real man. And I wasn't even 18 yet. Now, moving on, life happened, you know. Started really getting into chicks, and then, I don't know. I think at like 18, 19, and 20, I had way too many girlfriends, you know, like way too much going on. And they always wanted to hang out with me. So did my buddies. My buddies were older. My buddy made me think of this. He was bringing up Nintendo 64 and stuff like that. I used to rent out in 1996, I became a businessman. Or 95, I don't remember. I think it was 95. No, I don't know. It might have been 95 actually, because I turned 16 in February. So anyway, going back now, in 1995, I was a businessman. I would rent out my 64 for $5, the machine for $5 cheaper per night than the rental places in the city. And the games I'd rent out for $1 cheaper. But I don't charge you late fees, and I would come pick it up. I'd bring it to your house. I would hook it all up. I would show you how to get into the game, especially if people were new and oh, I've never seen Mario before. I'm so excited. I was like, yeah, right on. This is cool. I love making people happy. It's something I usually give people an extra day because I'm not a thief. I'm not greedy. Plus, I was already giving them like $10-20 cheaper per day on like the 7 games and the system. 4 controllers. You only get 1 with theirs, right? And I had a bunch of extra. I had all the extras. There was like a graphics block you could put into it, and increase the graphics on it. Everything costs money, right? And the memory cards. I had lots of memory cards. You didn't get memory cards with it. You couldn't save your data, right? And I let you save, but if you saved over my file, I might beat you. So I made it very clear. Now, that went on for like 6 years. I ended up getting a Sega Genesis, a Sega Dreamcast, a PlayStation, and I had a 64. And I'd rent all these fucking things out to I had hundreds of friends, and nobody stole from me. And nobody broke or damaged my shit. One guy scratched my disc on my Sega Dreamcast, I don't know, it was some boxing game or a taxi game, I don't remember, Crazy Taxi. It still worked, but it didn't work very good. And I was like, dude, you scratched it, $45. I paid $60. I'm like, $45. I can't even buy it right now. Like, I have to wait till the price comes down so I can replace this. But I said I could still barely play this shitty game. I didn't even really like it. It was like all hyped up. And but I wanted my money for it, right? Because people were playing it. And they liked that game. Like, lots of women were playing that game with their kids and stuff. Their husbands would play more fucking GoldenEye and stuff. Or on Dreamcast it was... I don't remember Dreamcast was like... I don't remember the games I had. I had about 10 or 12 games for Dreamcast. I don't remember. Shenmue or Shenzhou. I don't remember the names of the games. But these are like... I played this stuff for years. You know, I beat all these games, but I don't remember what games I had. Hundreds of games went through my hands throughout the years. Because I had a buddy who bought everything that I bought. Like, I'd buy it new and he'd be like, oh, I want to buy it off you. I'll buy it. And he didn't want to go out of his house or go out of his way, so he'd pay me more than it cost in the store. And this guy was rich. He was an old guy. He was rich. And so I sold him like 90% of my gear after it kind of like petered off. But man, we played this one game. I regret selling him this one game. Body Harvest. Oh my God. I wish I could play Body Harvest on a live stream. I'm going to try and... If you guys have a copy of Body Harvest, please... will you sell it to me or send it to me as a gift? Like, so many people want to send me stuff in the mail, but like, what I'm looking for is a 64 GoldenEye, a 64, 1 or 2 or 4 controls, whatever you got. I'll pay the shipping, but you got to send it to me, and then I'll send the money to you after. I don't trust no one, and but I'll send it to you. I'm a man of my word. I ain't never ripped off nobody. I ain't never stolen nothing worth more than $5 from no one that didn't deserve it. Like a tech item, something they bought in a store. I never stole nothing from no one they bought in a store. No one. And now that says a lot about my morals, right? Like I'm not a thief. There's a lot of people who raised poorly. They break into people's houses and steal from them. You know what I mean? Let me catch you. I want to club you so bad. Man, this dude in Winnipeg, go read about this dude. He was harming, he went into a house with him and his dad. This is the type of losers that exist here in Winnipeg. A kid and his dad, a father and a son, went into a house in Winnipeg, and they just ended the trial today. He's sentenced to 25 years in prison. For let me just verify. I swear he smoked 5 people. But let me just read this. And the Canadians people, like on the TV, with right after they said he took out. It's not funny. None of this is funny. Man in Winnipeg charged for death of 5 people today. Jury finds man guilty of 5 counts of second-degree life-taking in Winnipeg drug house. A jury has found a man accused of fatally shooting 5 people at a Winnipeg rooming house in 2023 guilty of 5 counts of second-degree taking lives. Right after this guy was charged, none of this is funny. I take this very seriously. He punched a sheriff in the face. Right after he was charged, he punched a sheriff in the face. I'm like, it's horrible that he did that, but now that he's done that, you're gonna get a special type of care in prison, bud. You don't even understand. You thought shit carrots were bad. You're getting shit eggplants, and guess how they get shitty, buddy? I'll see you guys next.